show you how to do stretching of the upper extremity or the arm. So I'm going to start with the shoulder. I'm going to come in on top of the shoulder and just stabilize the shoulder. And what we're going to do is just move the arm up by the head. So Caden, as much as you can, just lift your arm up. Perfect. That's great. Bend your elbow a little bit. Let's see how far it really goes. Great. Okay. Do you have any discomfort with that? Great. So if he had tightness here, you would hold for 30 seconds. He has really good range of motion. The other range of motion that we do at the shoulder is bringing the arm out into what's called abduction. So I'm going to stabilize the shoulder at the top. I'm going to hold above the wrist. I'm going to come out to the side and come up by the ear. And again, Caden has really good range of motion. So we wouldn't have to hold this for 30 seconds as long as he has full range of motion. Okay, let's bring that down. And now can you just bend your elbow for me? Perfect. So I see here he's got good range of motion. Go ahead and straighten it for me. I'm going to support under the elbow and just above the wrist, and I'm looking to see if he has good elbow extension or the ability to straighten his arm. Now we're going to stretch between the elbow and the wrist, and this is called the forearm. So can you just put your palm down? So turn it like this, and I'm just going to check that. He has full range of motion there, and then turn your palm up. And bend your elbow for me. I'm going to keep his elbow at his side so we don't get any shoulder motion with this. He has a little bit of tightness at the end of that range. So I'm going to hold him there in that position for 30 seconds. Good. The next joint we're going to look at is going to be at the wrist. And for this, I want to bring him down, and that looks good. Then I want to bring him up, and actually his range of motion is very good at the wrist as well, which we call extension. Then I would hold him at the end of his range of motion for 30 seconds. I want to look at the thumb web space, so I'm going to completely support his thumb, and I'm just going to open that up, and that looks really good. The other motion for the thumb is I'm just going to bring it forward, and I'm going to look at that, and that looks really good. So again, if there's good range of motion, full range of motion, you don't need to hold these positions for 30 seconds. And the last thing is to look at the fingers. A couple of things that we would like for you to do with the hands is to see if all of his joints can flex, and they do. And then to look at finger extension. Can he get the fingers straight? There's a stretch that I've started using with the cell phone by just placing the hand there, coming across these joints so that I keep them straight, and then I'm going to bring his wrist and fingers into extension. And that way all the fingers are supported, and you can combine doing the wrist and the fingers at the same time.